So it has been a minute since I finished Wind and Truth, the fifth book in Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive, and like the rest of the internet, I have opinions about this particular novel. And while the book is over 500 pages long, it's just way too much to cover in a single video, so there's going to be multiple parts to my overall review of this book. But to kind of kick things off here, what do I give this book overall? I give this book overall a 7 out of 10, and that's just kind of a personal opinion. But however, the better metric that I like to use with anything creative was it worth the price of admission? You know, was it worth the money, essentially? And for me, it is a resounding yes, right? I'm happy that I used my hard-earned money to purchase this book, and I got to read it and consume it, and there's a ton of it that I really, really enjoyed. That being said, I have opinions. I have a lot of negative opinions. I have a lot of problems with this book that I'm going to go over in multiple videos going up. But to kind of kick things off here, the first thing I want to talk about with this particular book is the structure. You know, I really enjoyed the way this book is laid out because in a normal Stormlight Archive book, it's broken up into 5 parts, right? In between each part, there's about 3 to 4 interludes that kind of give like a little tiny snapshot of what's going on in the rest of the world, and it's really, really interesting to see. This book, however, is broken up into 10 different days, building up to the climactic final moment of this first half of the Stormlight Archive, and I like this. The reason I like this to read a lot is because it is a ticking clock for the reader. We can see the countdown happening. We can see things building and building and building up into the final moment that the book eventually gets to, right? And that kept me engaged. That kept me wondering, how much longer? How are they going to get this part? There are other problems that come from this particular structure, but overall, I really liked it. So stay tuned for part 2 of my opinion of the Stormlight Archive. I don't know, half conclusion with number 5 book, halfway point, whatever it is. Yeah, stay tuned for that.